In this video, I'll show you a workaround for uploading zip files because Joomla's Media Manager, Joomla 3, doesn't allow you to do that. Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. I'm a Joomla fan too, and thanks for tuning in to Maintenance Monday number 111 here on the Basic Joomla Tutorials YouTube channel. Now, for those of you that are watching live and got the notification that I was going live, you'll see an old thumbnail because something's going on with my browser and I can't save things. So I couldn't change the thumbnail this morning when I was working on it. So I will update that. So we're not looking at editing images with JCE Editor. We're looking at uploading zip files with JCE File Browser. So I, of course, will fix that before I publish the recording. And everybody, happy Canadian Thanksgiving 2019 here in Canuckland. What's the date today? Yes, October the 14th. It's the second Monday of the year. And that's when we celebrate Thanksgiving up here in Canada because the harvest comes sooner. All right, let's turn our attention to the computer. If you're watching live, say hi in chat. That would be great. Give the video a thumbs up. That will help other people to find it. And we'll go from there. All right, so head on over to basicjoomla.com. Hey, we had a great live stream on Wednesday. A lot of people, and a record number of people in chat, 16. A lot of people from Nornext and supporters of Nornext. We were looking at Nornext's Quantum File and Media Manager. And so do go and check that out if you didn't watch that last week. It's a lot of good information, and they really help to show things off there. One thing that Quantum Manager doesn't do is something that Joomla's core Media Manager doesn't do, and that's allow you to upload zip files. That's because there's a filter in place, and Quantum Manager uses the same filtering system as the Media Manager in Joomla. But a way to work around that is to use JCE File Browser. Vinny says technically it's Columbus Day. Yeah, technically it is south of the border. Anyway, so head on over to basicjoomla.com/giveaways. Sign up for the newsletter and you will be entered into the monthly giveaway. So here's what we're looking at. Let's go and check out the back end of this site here. nosecrets.basicjoomla.com. Whoops. Time to log back in. You will see down the left-hand side, which is really a menu that I don't use, this under extensions, JCE File Browser. And that is a file browser that is installed in your site when you install JCE Editor. Now, that's included with the free version of JCE Editor. If you've not looked at JCE Editor or you haven't used it before, just go to Extensions, Manage, Install, and then search for JCE. It'll come up and then you can install it. Install the free version. And what you will see here in the free version, if we just go back, is that, hello Ivor, is that when you click on JCE File Browser, you go to this really handy dandy file browser here, and you can view the structures. This is actually all in images, the images folder. And there may be a way to change that. We could look at that another time. But here you can view files, and all you need to do is click Upload over here, and you can drop files in here. You can browse. Let me just open up some files on my other screen here, which I did not do here. And then just go type. Oh, of course, I use a big folder that's just really jammed full of stuff. There we go. Wow, I should have had that open there. Joomla 3. Okay, so what you want to do is just take a zip file and drag that over there. Copy it. You can rename it at this point, and you just go upload, and your zip file is there in order to share with other people. When you go and in your editor, you can go and attach that link to that file. And if you're using JCE Editor, there's a really handy dandy button. Now, a few weeks ago, we looked at JCE Editor using it as a file, an image editor. So you can do some other things with that. Now, on this free version, you've got over here in the far right, trash, rename a file that you've highlighted, copy, and cut. In the Pro version, you end up with this extra button here. Well, actually end up with View, and you also end up with this button here, Edit Image. And we already saw that a few weeks ago about editing images in JCE File Editor, and it's actually JCE File Browser. And you can not only do that using the Image Insert button in JCE Editor Pro, but now you can see also, and I always forget about this side menu, you can do it in JCE File Browser. So check that out. Go ahead and install that. The free version is free, of course, and the Pro version is very affordable as well and gives you some great features. That's what the topic is for today. So we're going to stick around and chat and talk and catch up on things. I hope that was helpful for you. If you are leaving at this point, thanks for your support of this channel. We jumped up to 1,513 subscribers, and that is excellent. I appreciate that. I appreciate your support of this channel. So if you are leaving, then thanks for your support of the channel. Enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless. And for those of you that are staying, thanks for staying. It's good to see you again. Good to spend part of my Thanksgiving Monday. Chayton sent me a text this morning and said, Happy Canadian Thanksgiving. Enjoy doing what you do the most, live streaming on YouTube. So I do like it. I do enjoy it. So it's a holiday Monday down in the States as well, right, Vinny? You have Columbus Day off. Yeah, it's super weird problem this morning with me not being able to I went to my thumbnail program, which is up online. I could not save anything. I could duplicate it, but I can't save everything. So I think there's some goofy cookie thing going on with my browser, which maybe needs a reboot after that. But how frequently do you use this side menu in your Joomla installs or uses? I think Vinny says he doesn't take Columbus Day off, but some people are anti-Columbus. Yes. Also, in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue, but the Vikings were in North America a whole bunch earlier than Columbus. Well, by side menu, I mean this one here. Oh, that's right, you can't see. This side menu down the left-hand side. Hello! I'm trying to remember. Is that you, Igor? I cannot read the Russian name. This menu down the side here, Vinny. Let me move this edge. Technically, I guess it's not a menu, although it's a whole series of links, so I call it a menu. So if you go to Control Panel, oh, you never use it because you're never on the dashboard. Okay. I don't really use it that often either. I forget that it's there, but it certainly is a handy way to access JCE File Browser. And in fact, it's the only way I know of other than going into Content, Articles, add a new article. Dimitri. Yes, hi Dimitri. I'm going to have to learn to read Russian before I can recognize that, so I'll just have to keep working on it. Maybe I'll take a screenshot of that. So open up a new article, and then what I would do is, of course, if JCE, let's go to a site where JCE, I don't have JCE Editor as the default in Basic Joomla right now. Let's go and change that. Let me just go into Global Configuration here, and do JCE, save and close. Okay, now we'll go back in here. Content, Articles, add new article. Yeah, that would be kind of cool if Google translated that for us. Yeah, it would be really, it would be strange though, I guess. I wonder what our names would look like in Russian. Anyway, so if you go to a new article and then go to the Insert Edit File button, and I'm using JCE Editor Pro here. then you can access the file manager, file browser here, because that's basically what you've got. But what I like is that you can close this. Now I know if I really just need to upload a file quickly and I'm not using Media Manager, and there's other extensions that will upload zip files, but this is just a great go-to. Just click on the icon at the top left there and zip down to JCE File Browser, and there you go. Or like in Discord, you could change the nickname. Yeah, that would be good too. But if you change the nickname to something in Russian, still have the same problem. So yeah, so that's I like that little bit down the side. Okay, so that little window down there seems kind of small. No, we don't need it to be too big anyways. It might actually be the no, who knows what it is. All right, so let's head over to Facebook and check out what's happening there. If you guys have any topics to talk about or anything to mention, go ahead. Any projects you're working on you want to promote, let's get chatting away. Okay, live streams, Joomla extensions. I actually pulled an all-nighter last night. I went to bed at 6:30 this morning. I slept for a couple of hours at first, but I knew I had work I knew that I had work I wanted to do. So when I woke up, as I usually do after an hour or an hour and a half, I came down and did a whole bunch of updating on my friend's site, Smart Drive test. I had to update Moodle and get a bunch of things happening, and I haven't worked on that site in a long time. And I also found a really cool problem with my new server. Dimitri says he developed the Quantum Manager. They developed Quantum Manager because they didn't like JCE Media Manager. Yes, I noticed differences in it. Certainly the dragging over and the icon look and that. Yeah, and so everybody should check out those two, this live stream and the previous one with the image editing, and also last week's live stream with Quantum Manager. So yes, and I know last week you guys said that you're working on a way to upload zip files. So anyway, so about my server, I had a problem with one of my Joomla sites. I was sending out an ACY newsletter, on ACY mailing, and when I would click preview, the part of the URL would disappear, and I would get taken to the front page. Interestingly, in that one newsletter, if I didn't replace the tags, I should probably just show you the problem that I was having. But if I didn't replace the tags that I had in the template with the actual articles, it would say fine and line up for preview. But I found that there was one article that was breaking it, so I just replaced it and sent out a different article, and it worked. But last night in Moodle, I went to add an enrollment method in Moodle, and when I saved it in the back end, it took me to an error message on the front end that couldn't be found. And what I found out was that having moved to my new server, it's set up a little bit more robustly with security. So if a PHP file is editable by group, then it won't process it. So it's just kind of keeps things locked down. They only want user writing to the file running in the background. So once I found that out and I got on the support call with Liquid Web chat, then I changed all the permissions in Moodle and the problem went away. So that was a good find in the middle of the night to finally get that. So I actually had, those moments when you're working on sites and all of a sudden you get it and it fixed and it worked and it's like, yes, those are the moments I really like. I had a couple of those last night working on the files. Dimitri says working on upload zip files, it has to be done to be safe. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it has to be done. And there obviously, because there's other there's document management things like DocMan. There are J2Store. You can upload .exe. You can upload zip files. and that. So it's just a different set of filters, and Quantum's working its way there. You got some cool stuff there. I like it, and I think I think I might have it on here. Let's see. Let's change back to the screen. Oh, anyways, let's stick with the. No, it's not. Let's go to. Yeah, I've got it installed there, and of course, killer getting those stock images from Unswitch. Unswitch, is it? Yeah, working on downloading zip files. Yes. Unsplash. Let's head on over to the Joomla extensions folder here. October 12th, just a few days ago. Google Business Reviews. I think we may have looked at this before from Syed Sheikh Mahmood. Apologies for not pronouncing your name properly if I didn't. Let me go check this out. Let me change my glasses over here. You want to integrate editor.js in Joomla. I don't know what editor.js is. See this demo here. Google Business Reviews. Did we look at this before? You need an API key from Google. You need place ID for your business address, and obviously it looks like this extension is going to pull in your Google reviews and put them on your web page. That's pretty cool. See Editor's JS editor. Yeah, we'll check that out. So that's kind of cool. Cool tool to pull that onto your website. If you have Google reviews, I need to encourage more people to give me Google reviews. I've got a couple of good ones for my business, but I could add more. I could get more on there. All right, let's do this. I'm going to Editor's.js editor, a block-styled editor with clean JSON output. Let's go and check it out. Hey, meet the new editor. On this page, you can see it in action. Here it is down here. Coming in, circling. Now, this might not. This circling makes me think that something is up with my browser. In fact, let's just try this. Maybe it's just Chrome. Let's go to Firefox. And Control V. And there it is there. Maybe it's just the lazy load. This could just be the issue I'm having here this morning, because let's go up here and go to incognito mode and see what's going on. You know that feeling when you're working on stuff and you have things to work on, and then something basic is not working. It's like, oh my goodness, I don't want to spend my time figuring that out. That's not coming in. Inspect. Oh, you get the same error, Ivor? Okay. Maybe it's just on their page then. Thank you for helping me not spend hours on that. What do we got for errors down here? Unchecked runtime last error. The message port closed before response received. Failed to load server resource. The server responded with a status of 404, not found. For editorbundle.js, so there's a 404 not found. All right. When you say, Dimitri, when you say edit the article, you mean edit an article in Joomla? Or edit an article in here in the demo? There's the GitHub page. All right. There's a preview picture of it. Find some other demo that we can go to. Editor.js. Nope. I'll take a couple more looks around, see if it's a sample there. Let's see, get started. Okay, that's not where the example is, because the example's on that page, but I think that's just where we were at with this spinny thing here. All right, well, Dimitri, that is excellent, though, that you're doing that as a project. It'd be interesting to see what else other things can go into there. Add a new block. I'm not sure where to add a new block. Because I'm just spinning there. All right. Let's keep working through some extensions there, and I'll keep an eye on chat. Click outside the bottom and add new block. Okay. Click outside the bottom. Oh. Okay, there's stuff down here. Okay, so let's add an image. Select an image. Okay. And there's that. All right. Oh, click at the bottom here. It's kind of weird. Let's put a header on. Is this making a page? This is a header. Now, that means that I think we can then move this up. Oh, this is okay. All right, so this is actually almost like a block, almost like the new browser will not load Java either things. Okay, but yeah, so we see down here to play around at the bottom here. We can select this and make that a heading 1. So this is actually almost like a page builder inside the editor. I know it's not a page builder, but we can put these are pews. It's a block editor, and in the database it saves clean JSON. Okay. So does that make? So it is responsive. Cool. Hey everybody, look at this. Eclipse on Jupiter. It's a composite picture of a whole bunch of ones taken, but I guess Jupiter had an eclipse the other day, and NASA released that picture. I thought it was pretty cool, so I'll put it on my desktop for a while. All right, so that's cool. What else can we put in here? A list, a link, code, a quote, a table. So if we add to here and that, blah, 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 and then over here, oh, then we just make that text. All right, interesting. Ordinary WYSIWYGs are outdated already. Well, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know about that. but because I still like them. But I do see what you're saying. I know a lot of people do want to see how things look when they are actually working on them. But you can do that in JCE Editor. And but definitely, you know, for some people it's a real workaround for them. You know, I've told this to some of you before. I had a friend a couple of years ago. He had all static HTML pages made in Dreamweaver, and what he did was, you know, he liked to have he was an artist, cartoonist. He liked to have complete control over his page, exactly how it looked. But of course, in the day of mobile and tablet and different devices, you can't do that anymore. And so I switched his site over thousands of pages from static HTML into Joomla, so that he could manage things and do a lot more things efficiently. And of course, then you'd end up with something that would work on other devices. But the fact that he could not control exactly how a page went drove him nuts. And so he ended up not doing anything with all that. Just another one of those things I wasted my time on, really. Probably learned things along the way, so that was good. But anyways, he just wanted to do that. So Vinny says he just looks at preview because WYSIWYG don't really show what things look like, and you spend most of your time in the code tab. Well, aren't you a nerd? Most of your time in the code tab. I do not. I spend some time in the code tab, but usually only when something's not working. Well, that's pretty neat. And certainly, whatever's happening up here, it must be something that shows something better. In fact, let's go. If we search for editor.js, let's go back. Editors.js. Let's look at images. Let's see what it's supposed to look like. I will say this though, if you know, just as that is, a lot of people would really struggle with having to go down to an invisible area and hit plus and then pick things and put things in. So Dimitri says this is for ordinary people. The problem in Joomla is that almost all solutions are not for ordinary people. There's no simplicity. And Vinny says, I agree, Dimitri. The one thing that WordPress has over Joomla. I agree that simplicity is important to increase the user base of Joomla. Lately, I've been changing my whole Joomla only perspective, in the sense that, you know, there's lots of people that are building stuff with lots of tools. And so I've changed it in a sense that I just tend to obsess over things. So, you know, if you look at something that's different than what you do and your immediate reaction is to get all tense and stressed, then it's not worth it. It's not worth it in life. And also, I'll tell you what. Can I show this page? I'm going to show this page. And this is something how I came to this thought on this. If I go to, and you know, I'm not going to show this page, but I am going to show you. Yeah, I'll show you the page. Okay. This is someone that I met at a home show, and she makes these wraps out of cloth and beeswax and something else, and they replace saran wrap. So they're really, really cool. You can wrap things up, put them in the fridge, and you get rid of saran wrap as a reusable plastic, which is great. Now, this is a Wix site. I told her I'd look at it. View page source. Check this out. This is crazy. I tweeted about this. There are, I forget how many lines there are in this. Maybe I need to do F12 and view source. Let's see here. Drag this down. Drag this up. Let's go to, I don't know. All right, we'll just go to view source. Check out the code in this source. And then when we slowly get down here, we get to font faces. Oh, now the left-hand side here of the screen. So this site has, this front page has 4,265 lines of code. And I'm not kidding of you, I counted them. 2,600 of them are for font faces. 2,600 different lines of font faces, like 500 or something font face lines. It's absolutely crazy. It's such overkill. There's no way that she's using all of these on that site. But what made me realize is that, Wix is killing it with people who are putting simplistic stuff, putting up simple web pages. And this is not a simple web page either. Her friend built it. So if you want to shop, there's a shopping cart. And, this is coming up kind of fast. We understand the structure. We understand SEO and things like that. But this is great. This is great for what her needs are. She's just starting out. She's been in business less than a year. And so with respect to Joomla being simple for many users, yes, I agree. Joomla, the simpler and the easier solution that Joomla has for things or easy use, then more people are going to use it. And of course, that's good for our for Joomla community, because then more people are going to develop and put resources into extensions and options and developing things, and then it's going to grow. So to be panicky about growth for its own, for growth's sake, is not something that we, it's not a space I want to live in. I don't want to try to be number one just because number one's the cool thing to be. You take a look at Google, Facebook, and Microsoft. They're all struggling to be number one. Look how big they are. They're still not happy. Maybe they're happy. So I think Joomla is great for those really, really technical things and for heavy duty design and for all the things that we use it for. But in order to, attract new users, it does need to have a presentation of simple values. So like an example of that, of what is being suggested, is, and I think it was Yannick Berge's, when we log in, for a new person checking out Joomla, they install it, there should be a simple or an advanced view in Article Manager, or create an article. You create an article, simple, titled just some very basic things, and then advanced, click, and you can see all the other things you can do. That way someone using it can say, hey, wow, this is really simple, but oh man, look, there's so many other things I could do if I want to. Let me catch up here. Wow, lots of things happen in chat here. Arc Editor is the best one that you found for simplicity for end users. And Dimitri says, we now have high budget projects, and within their framework, we're developing extensions like Quantum Manager. Oh, and giving away for free. Very nice. Yeah, that's come on, get chat up there. That's cool, because there are some big extension developers that are doing a lot of work on things, and you kind of think, wow, where's the money in this? But you have a big high budget project and you're doing that, and that is great. That's part of the community, giving it away for free. Test the site on page speed. Yes. Why don't we do that? Test the site on page speed. This is a very nice person, by the way. I'm not, she is building her business and doing what a lot of people are trying to do on a low budget. I mean, she can't afford to pay me to build a Joomla site for her. Maybe someone else. But all right, let's see. Page speed. Here we go. Tim says very quickly, I don't have time to make out. I only study English. All right, let me just catch it back here. All right, we're going to look at test speed. Wix, Weebly, and Squarespace is very simple but not flexible or good. No, that's right, Ivor. Yeah, the mindset that people are at, even though, look, even I've said it today. Something's not working in my browser. I don't need to be troubleshooting that. I have other things to deal with. So someone that's not technical, who's told they need a web page, hey, cheers for her, kudos to her for having a web page too, because a lot of people think, all I need is Facebook. So they get working. They don't want, they've got so many things to do as solopreneurs or entrepreneurs or self-employed people. They don't want to stop and learn a ton of things and figure out why this isn't good or whatever. And they just want to get something. And if it looks good and they can send people to it, even though it's not ideal, because as we see here, desktop speed for that, for mobile 23 and desktop 64. So we look at mobile, time to interactive 27 seconds. Now, having said that, remember our little tool from, was it last week or recently we're using? I've got SEO info from Weebler. Let's reload the page. And we can see here that on my system, it loads in 5.5. Yeah, so it is slow. It's even a slow load for me. It pops up pretty fast, but and 2.5 megabytes. I don't even think so half of this, the size of this, half of this page in code is crazy. Not mobile compatible. That's not true because this does work. Does the output does the output matters if the tool is easy for the user to use? John, yeah, good question, John. Does the output matter if the tool is easy for the user to use? The output, I don't think the output matters. I don't think the output matters because of, let's switch to here. If it looks good, the output doesn't matter to people that are just trying to get it done. The output matters, like we see here, with the speed and perhaps SEO. I don't understand. I really don't understand why Wix puts all of their font stuff in like that. It's just, I have no idea what their philosophy is behind that. But I think I understand what you're saying, John, when you ask that, does the output matter? If it looks good and people are happy, it doesn't matter. But we know there's got to be fast. We know there's got to be it's got to be fast. It's got to be set up properly for SEO, and it's got to be easy for Google to search. So, Tim says very quickly, I don't have time to make out. You're saying you only study English. I get it. Yes. They're not acceptable results. Try to look on the output of the basic google.com page. Google.com. Dimitri says 84 mobile, 99 desktop. I got 87 mobile and desktop of 99. Yeah, Vinny says, unfortunately, she's stuck at that place, and if she wants to grow beyond it or not happy with the service, she is stuck or spend money, time to build the site again. Yes, and talking to her, she actually said a friend of hers built the site for her. So in this particular case, she gave those things away as gifts, and gifts at Christmas, and people enjoyed them, and others asked for them, and so she's starting this business up. So yeah, I did say to her too at the other thing too about a Wix site. I said, Wix site, you can't download it and move it somewhere without doing a lot of change, so you have to do it over and over again. But listen, man, I just talking earlier about time that I wasted on that project for my friend, and he didn't end up using the Joomla site at all. And I kind of did it on, he was a friend, so I was helping. I kind of did it on spec, figuring that this was really going to help his business, but then he didn't use it. And the bad thing of doing stuff on spec in business is that people don't have any investment in it, so they can always go off in another direction when they're not focused. And so in this case, She will have to redo it if she wants more. But it's, you know, to be fair, we've all redone things as well. So, and that's what I was talking about earlier, trying not to live in that space where I'm always uptight about, oh, someone should have done this, or I've got to rescue this, or this is so bad it should be done this way. Life's too short to just constantly be thinking that way. Let me show you my, hopefully it still works. Let's see, Smart Drive Test. This is my friend's site, https www, and this is a Joomla site. It was killing the score a while ago. See what it's at right now. We really have worked hard on the mobileness of it. 64, desktop 98. So yeah, 64. We could still do a little bit work on it. This is shot up since I did the move servers, remove unused CSS. I can minimize main thread work. See, it says 5.6 seconds, which is very interesting because you don't even didn't even take that long to load. I guess their time to interactive 8 seconds. This was a little bit higher before. Let's give that another spin. Always things to work on. Yes, Vinny says a nice thing with Joomla is if a client doesn't want to work with them, they can work with someone else. Yeah, you can always take a site. Or business contingency or continuance plan too. You can say to your clients, if something happens to me, here's your site, find another Joomla developer. Yeah. Dimitri, well, in general, demand for extensions falls. As for CMS in general, now we need comprehensive solutions. Yeah, so Dimitri, what you're saying is that are you saying that fewer people are looking for extensions and are looking more for something that's comprehensive, all-in-one that comes with it? So an example of that might be a page builder, or what you're saying with the editor. And certainly people that are looking for a simple solution for their web needs are also not looking to install tons of extensions from all over. The cool thing though is, we're talking a lot about simple users of Joomla. On the other side though, there are the advanced users that are building sites for other people and are doing what many of us are doing. For business and making custom things happening, we'll go looking for an extension to do something exactly, or we'll use, as Vinny, for instance, like UI Kit will really use that, or someone will use Gantry framework and stuff from Rocket Theme because that's the tools that are really great for them and they can do really great stuff, or Asteroid, like I've been enjoying doing, or someone will have a favorite page builder or template creator. And so in that sense, you have that full range of things for people that are using Joomla, or that meet the needs of people looking to build a website. And so what we've been talking about is on the simplified version, getting a chunk of those people as well. But they're not. They're never going to say, "Hey, I'm looking for something that does not have a lot of extensions that I have to add." They might not even be aware of extensions. They're just looking for something to use. So that's a good comment, yes. Demand for extensions falls. Small entrepreneurs don't need a website already. In your West, small entrepreneurs haven't left on social networks, Facebook, Instagram. Yes. Yeah, and there are a lot of people, a lot of small entrepreneurs who are... let me just change my screen here. Who does that do it there? There we go. Who don't have a web page. The problem with that is, and what I've been pointing out to people is that when those platforms change, you have no control over it. So everybody should own a website, is what I tell people in some of the Facebook groups I'm in. And if you don't own the domain, and if it's not your site's not downloadable and can be moved somewhere else, you're just renting. So a lot of people think, oh, I just need a funnel, for getting clients, and I also need a YouTube channel. And yet YouTube is constantly, or not constantly, but is regularly changing things and taking away sometimes tools from smaller users who are trying to build up their business, building up their channel, building up their lead structure, taking away things and making it harder for them as they secure things, as they make it harder for wingnuts to come on and just do something on their own at the very beginning. And so so a lot of, here in the West, a lot of people are just doing Facebook and just doing small things, but they don't understand. And I think partly it might be because there's still, there's always early adopters, and we're at a stage now where there's still, when people realize you have to be online, they're perhaps getting advice or trying to do things the way that they know from a couple of years ago, or just focusing on, like you say, social media or presence on Facebook and Twitter. And they are now, they're new to all of this, and it's incredibly complex now. Whereas it used to be, I'm starting a business, I've got a web page, I'm way ahead of all these old fogies, these older businesses that don't have one. Now, if you can't just start a web page and put it out there and be killing it, and a lot of people expect that. And so maybe they think, I don't know how to do that, or I'll just get on Facebook because look at all these people that are doing super well, super successful on Facebook and YouTube. And what are those super successful people doing? Selling books and courses on how you can be super successful like them. But they became super successful at a time when there was a lot less competition, but a lot less rules and controls on those systems as well. Even with Facebook, natural sharing or organic sharing, Facebook is limiting that. So whereas has been for a while, and I'll just use numbers I'm making up in my head here, but if you put a post, if you had 1,000 friends and put a post up, and it maybe would be shown, let's say, to 500 friends, and then Facebook, in order to get people to spend money to boost the presence of their posts, started showing it to less people for free. And they're starting to do that with Instagram as well. Facebook owns Instagram, and WhatsApp, of course, are also. And so so people out there think, I just have to be on Facebook, don't realize they're going to be spending money to get better exposure. And some of the prices I get quoted to boost the post, and I don't boost Facebook posts, but they say, hey, you can get more people if you boost this, are crazy prices. And then once again, if someone is paying money to boost on Facebook, and then there's some rule change or something happens, there goes all of what they've built up. Let me check back at chat here. Yes, and a domain for mail purposes. Preach it, Ivor, and I'll turn the pages. Yeah, brand. Don't. I use cybersalt@gmail.com for signing up for things because it gives me the least problems with receiving password reset codes and stuff like that. But I do send out mail under my different domains, cybersalt.com being my main one. Another big site, my biggest site that's mine, is cybersalt.org. Yes, but send out mail, get a unique IP. Although, you know what? Chayton was talking to me the other day about Amazon SES, which is for sending emails. And I think I looked at it. I think it's something like 3 cents or 5 cents for 1,000 emails. And as long as you are not dinged for spam, of course, if you're spamming and you get dinged for it, as long as your percentage is up above a certain point, then and your delivery and bounces and you don't get complaints, the price stays affordable. When I moved my site to my new server, had to get a new IP, and for my first big mailing, it took 4 days for it to be accepted by Yahoo and AOL and Rogers and Verizon. They all using the same filtering system. So I know that I had to retrain them because my mail was coming from a new IP. Having said that, my next mailing a week later, because I missed a mailing in there, went out very quickly as usual, so it didn't take that long. Vinny says he's working on a member directory for a business group that he belongs to and can't believe how many businesses use businessname@gmail as their main email. Yes, people. Brand. And people that have, people that have web pages using that. One of the big hosting providers here in my city in Western Canada is the this is once again going to drive me nuts, this dinging here. Let me just go on here. It's a Slack group that I'm in, and I'm just going to set myself to do not disturb for now. Oh, do not disturb for let's go 2 hours. Okay. Anyways, the company is shaw.ca. And so I see people driving around with their business and it advertised on their car, and so there in the vinyl it says contact Tim's dog walking at gmail.com. And then the website there is timsdogwalking.com. And it's like, oh, come on, guys. Come on, brand. Ivor says for reputation on your IP, check sender score. Let's check that out. Okay. Check sender score. Here it is. Here. Sorry about that, everybody. My video card crashed. So I had to quickly reboot. So let me just get things going here. It'll just take me a second to get all my windows open. I can get restreaming again very quickly. But I can't just let me know in chat if you can hear me fine. I think that you can. I'm not at the screen here where I can see my status yet here, so the other features, live events. Right now, go live control room. The nice thing about YouTube now is that if you crash in trying to while you're streaming, it stays and waits for your stream to continue. It just tells you that you're not receiving anything. So we'll just go here. And of course my computer is starting up, so it's taking a little while for some things to happen here. Here we go. All right. Yeah, it says that there's oh, you can hear me? Great. All right. Let me just pop out chat here. And then I close this. And then I get here. And this, I go like this. Close this window here as well. The video is stuck for you. All right. Well, let's just see what's happening here. It showed a huge drop off of viewers here, but maybe it's just tracking that. So let's see here. Maybe, oh, video's working again. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody. I don't know if you even saw my screen go pink there, but all right. Let's go here. See if you know. All right, here we are at the link that Ivor was just at here. Shared there. Enter an IP address or domain. cybersaltlist.org. View partial report. MX record, yes. SPF record, yes. SSL certificate. Okay, it's working now. Okay, so for those of you that are slowly coming back online, or if it's slowly coming back for you, my sound card crashed. SSL certificate. Create an account or sign in. All right, let's do that. I might have an account here. Let's see here. Let's just forgot password. If I have an account, as I was saying, I might actually do this as a Watch Me Work Live, as a Maintenance Monday tip. If this tool works out really well. An email has been sent to reset my password. Excellent. The other thing too is it's really fast with Gmail when you get stuff sent. Well, for the most part. I get email through my stuff fast as well, but let's see. Of course, maybe not. Let's see here. Let's go. That might be it. Wow, look at that. I remembered it. Okay. View report. And see what comes up here. Oh. Okay. Okay, now let's see here. I'm just trying to get myself a little bit, okay, I don't need that password reset there. I don't need this here. Oh, sorry, chat. You don't see what's, okay, you don't see the screen. Yes, because my remote was showing, okay, remote control. My remote was showing that I have that one there. Yeah, video and sound. I'll tell you what, everybody, why don't you, if you're able to, on the video, it could, who knows? Hold on for a sec. It could be, it could be my computer syncing something too from the startup, but all right, before we go further, why not pause the playback. I'm just looking on my screen here to get this going better here. If you pause the video on your end, okay, so you guys can hear. Okay, let's try pausing the video. I'm going to type this. Try pausing the video and resuming. I won't say anything important for a while. Which won't be too hard. All right. Let's see what's going on here. All right, the internet connection is fine. Let's see what upload is like. Yeah, that's fine too. So it's not my internet. All right. Hey, if the problem goes away, type in chat. Oh, and reduce the resolution. Okay, so in the, yeah, okay, here in bottom right hand corner of player. Okay, and we'll just pause here till I get a go ahead from a few of you guys that it's working well. IVRS 480p. Okay. This is a very cool tool, Ivor, sender score, because this is my new IP, which is moderate. Okay, so you're watching. It's okay now, Vinny? Okay. I will start talking. This is the new IP, and I'm ranked as moderate, and the sender score is 99. 0 being the worst, and 100 being the best score. That's great. Type what in chat? I don't know. There might be a delay now from all of this going on. Yeah, there probably is a, yes, there is probably a huge delay. All right. Well, if we've got a huge delay, we're going to be all broken up. Ivor's at 1080p now. Okay, so yeah, so I'm just going to keep plugging away here, and so we're back at looking at sender score. You guys will catch up. In fact, I'm going to clap, and you go ahead and type clap when you hear that, and we'll see what the delay is. Yeah, in fact, Vinny just said, I just read Vinny saying clap, so you can see the delay. All right, so you guys will, you'll see that. Block list lookup. Nice. This is a great tool. Okay, cybersaltlist.org. Am I logged in here? I am logged in. Logged in, yeah. I don't see any clapping going on there, so that's, I didn't even look at the clock, but yeah, we're easily up to 30 seconds. Yeah, super long delay. Yeah, so it's about 45 seconds. At least 45 seconds. All right. So at that point then, oh, John doesn't have any delay. Excellent. Well, John and I'll continue on in real time. I don't know if there's a way to, oh, and Ivor has no delay. Okay. Vinny, maybe, yeah, I don't know what to say. Ivor, I really like this. I'm going to check this out more because, excuse me, this is really cool tool for seeing if you're having problems with your mail delivery. And so this is my new domain for that. So I'm going to copy that. I use MX Toolbox. Show you that one. Oh, it says it's not currently listed in any return path host block list. Yeah, chat has no delay. Yes. All right. Well, I'm going to, yeah. Okay, and let me just take a look at the clock here. At the time here. I'm going to bring up a stopwatch. No, that's not a stopwatch. STOP. All right, we'll do this right. All right, I'm going to type clap and go clap. That might have been a little too loud. Now, you type when you hear the clap in chat, and I will tell you how many seconds it was. MX Toolbox. This is interesting because the MX Toolbox here, if I put in the domain, actually I'm just going to put in that IP, and then that's not going to work, but then it comes up with this really great tool that has a lot of things. It goes to the run the tool page, and I can go here and go to blacklist check, put that IP in. One of the things that I actually do is when I add an IP to my server for a client who wants a unique IP, once it's added and I've got it set up in the server, just don't see any claps there. So, well, okay, John and Ivor. Yes, so 1 minute and 10 seconds. You are 70 seconds behind. Yes, so I think at this point then, I'm going to wrap this up. Delay. I'll wrap up the stream. You think Tim is behind? I can't be behind. I'm the one talking. Great Scots, Barney, we've got to go back. I'll wrap up. I'm going to wrap up the stream, and we'll revisit this cool page from Ivor. All right, everybody. So listen, let me get back to my remote here. Where are you here? There we go. Oh, no. Okay, chat on right. Chat on right. Okay. Nothing showing up there. Let's see. All right, everybody. We'll revisit this. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And thanks for your support of the channel. It's a good time to wrap this up with things kind of so wonky. But so we're going to I'm going to do that as a topic for Maintenance Monday, because that's a great thing to look up and to check on mail and reputation and that. So everybody, thanks for helping out. Hi, Am. Who's Am? Or I am. Oh, Am. Hello. Am, I was just going to wrap up the... Thanks for coming on chat. I think this is your first time. Where are you chatting from? We're sort of in a situation right now where my computer crashed and I restarted the stream, and a lot of people are out of sync with it, so it's just about to wrap it up. But I'm always happy to see someone new in chat. So, I don't know, Am, if you are... All right, so is it 500 or 599? Am. Now, Vinny said hi to Am before I saw Am say hello, so yeah, it's okay. Tell you what, the stream. Oh, it's short for Anne Marie. Okay. Anne Marie, happy Canadian Thanksgiving to you there in Alberta. It is not nice to have a... Have you been on here before? Just trying to remember. Chat is not going to pop up on the screen here anymore, so... have you... Oh, sorry. All right, hold on. All right. I did not see, and the my computer crashed and I restarted the screen, and a whole bunch of us are out of sync, so it's a little bit goofy here. Trying to access your backend and keep getting 599 invalid origin configuration. What should you do? What? Oh, hey, it's all right. I'm not going to go, so we'll work on this. So what Vinny asked, is it 500 or 599? Let's just see. I'm going to type this Joomla. Let's go. I'm just going to Google this on the page. Let's have a look at this and we'll work on this. Yeah, what's the, yeah, great. What's the, yeah, just type the link in chat. And, yeah, so type the URL, your URL in chat. And, but don't put the dot in the .com or the ending. If it's a .org, just type out the name without the dot, the period. And we'll see what's going on here. Yeah, so hey, I'm glad that you found this by accident. This is, I have a YouTube channel with tutorials on using Joomla, and every Monday I live stream Maintenance Monday, tips on maintaining your Joomla site. So $5.99 is a network connect timeout area. So it might be, I wonder, it could be even a local connection thing, but we'll just wait for you to post your URL. And you might be, okay, thecreativecannabis.com. All right, so here we go. And that is spinning as well for me. So I'm going to open up another window here. And we'll try administrator there. Yeah, it's not connecting here for me either, though, Vinny, so... Alright, so I get this error message here, which is very interesting. It says, invalid origin configuration. Your computer is working. CWatch, looks probably CloudWatch, is that what that is? And then the origin is not working. So it looks like you're having some problems. It's not your computer. And it's not that. It's at the origin. So yeah, let's try. Okay, that's a good idea. Let's try another browser. Let's try this in Firefox. The front page is not coming up for me. And it's not coming up in Firefox. Did it come up for you, Vinny? Oh, so Vinny's having no problem. All right, so sorry, I just read the chat here. So it's between your computer and the server. You can try another browser. So Vinny can see it in the US. So something is happening. Now, gee, what would it be? Let me, okay, I'm going to change screens and just go into, but Ivor, Ivor can, so Ivor, you can see it too. So there's something going up in, I don't think anything would get blocked here in Canada. Everyone, what's a good tool for us to, oh, I know what we'll try here. Here's one of my new favorite things. DNS checker. Put in your domain and search for DNS. So it's seen, name servers, host papa. So let's host it with host papa, which means yeah, but the fact that I can't see it, I wonder if there's a problem somewhere in Canada. There's a lot of lines down in Winnipeg, which is only like 2,000 kilometers away from me. 2,500 kilometers, something like, no, more than that. So there could be a network problem. Oh, and you can see the Internet Explorer. Okay. Let's try it on Edge. Everybody be nice about Internet Explorer. No, and that comes right up. Now, that could just be my... that came up right away. I think there's something geographical happening. For us here. OV. Invalid origin configuration. Let's do some Googling on that error 599. I know Vinny's already looked this up here. F3 599. It's used by Microsoft HTTP proxies to signal a network connect timeout behind a proxy to a client in front of a proxy. Yeah, I think, so these guys can see it in the States. We can't see it here in Canada, so I think there's probably something goofy going on. I'm going to change screens here to the empty chat for a second there. Well, you're welcome. Now let's see if we can figure out what's going on here. I was going to try to trace the IP. Oh, I know what I can do here. Let's do this. The right screen. Let's get back to me on the right. I'm going to go Command. And in this little tiny window, I'm going to type ping. Ping. I've already forgotten the name of the domain. The Creative Cannabis. There we go. It's another 2 cheese piece breakfast today. Control V, creativecannabis.com. Now I'm getting replies from that. Haha, you'll have some turkey and you will relax. So I from my computer I pinged your IP and it said that it's answering. So, and that's 104.37.183.1. And let's just look at the so it is pinging, but something goofy is happening. All right. And only in Canada. Have you made any changes or log in or anything? Mary. Okay, so hey Mary. I didn't know if you were lurking or if you were out celebrating Columbus Day. Mary's in Washington State and she gets the error. So there's got to be a DNS issue. Ivor says must be DNS issue. I think probably there's probably some kind of there's some kind of outage for you on this just to this geographical part. So I don't think it's anything to do with you. Let's Google something here. Check for internet outages, Western North America, host Papa. Let's see here. How to check the network status, host Papa. Oh, you tried to add Pinterest to host Papa. Okay. And yeah, and Ivor said try IP config. Yeah, no, that's all right. No, so and if you were you working on it and then you couldn't get access, so you tried to add Pinterest to host Papa, and then something happened and you could no longer access it, or is this you went to log in today and you couldn't get to it all of a sudden and something that happened? Ivor says to try IP config flush. Let's try that. IP config. Flush DNS. And now we'll ping that again. No, it's still pinging. So what's happening is your site is there. Obviously it's there because other people are seeing it, but something is not right geographically. But if it's something that you did on your hosting account, it would be broken everywhere. Although maybe it's just not broken yet. Are you able to log into your host Papa account? That would be interesting too. course, I should be able to see host papa. Let's see. And that comes up, so. Yeah. All right. Because your site is either going to become... Okay, so, all right, so it's not something you did today. So I'm going to say that something is happening geographically to the actual physical hardware of something. And so that's why we can't see it in the... that's why we can't see it in the West here. And, of course, you're in Alberta. So you know, what might be interesting, if you know someone in Ontario, give them a phone call and ask them to look at your site and see if it comes up. And then, oh, and you logged on before you came on here, yeah? Okay. You did it. You did it well. It went in today and it didn't work, but it worked. Yes, and that's the other thing too. That I was just going to say that Vinny has said, give host papa a call as well, and tell them what's happening. Tell them that some people that you can't see it, and that people on the West Coast, like in British Columbia and Washington State, can't see it, but people in Vermont, that's where Vinny is, and people in Europe can see it, because that's where Ivor and someone else that said that they could see it there too. John Moholt. Anyways, it can be seen in Europe. And then give them that information and ask them if they can help you out. Yeah, and Vinny's just typed that there as well, because he's working on a delay. All right, Anne. Anne, if you totally get stuck, if you're still stuck after a while, that's my email. And give the video, actually, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We've got plenty of great stuff here to help you with your Joomla site as well. Yeah, shoot me an email later on. And if you're still stuck, if host papa doesn't help you, I mean, but I think host papa will have the tools to figure it out for you. But don't want to, we can't solve it right now. I bet you it's something that just goes away with a little bit of time as well, maybe after turkey dinner, then you will, something will work. Because the fact that I can't see it and that Mary can't see it, but Vinny can, that's regional. And I don't know what the Sea Watch is either. Yes, exciting. Europe is an exciting place. You hang out and chat here and you'll find out all the exciting things happening. We had some people on from Russia, which is Europe and Asia. So, yeah. All right, everybody. We'll try to wrap this up again. And thanks for, I hope that works out. And if we hear from you later, that would be great. If we see you later on another stream, that would be cool too. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to Laura, who is probably going to watch this in a replay. Valerie's not here today because she's working the, I was going to say she's working the polls. Yeah, we're having an election in Canada 1 week, and advanced polls are still open today. So Valerie is working in a polling station in Toronto. And any other Connect people that are watching, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for your support of this channel.